We'll now start presenting tonight's awards with this year's RIBA President's Awards for Research. To announce the winners, I'd like to invite to the stage the chair of the RIBA's Research and Innovation Group, Professor Murray Fraser from the Bartlett School of Architecture, UCL.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This evening, Stephen and I will be presenting the RIBA President's Awards for Research for some exceptional research across 4 categories. The first award will be for an outstanding piece of research carried out in an RIBA practice or by an RIBA member working in practice. We're delighted this year to have had the highest number of entries in this category in the history of the awards so far. It's up 50% on last year's entries. We will then present the awards for research undertaken in RIBA-validated schools of architecture. First will be the awards for the best master's and PhD theses, then the award for an outstanding piece of research by a single researcher or research group. But before we present the certificate, I'd just like to say a few words about the research awards as a whole. As mentioned before, the awards are relatively young, but they grow in prestige year on year. They do so both because of the remarkably high quality of the submissions and also as a result of the efforts of the judging panel, who spend a tremendous amount of time reviewing the entries for shortlisting. They spend a large part of their summer holidays, and we thank them for giving up their suntans in the cause of research, assessing the shortlisted entries against 4 key guiding principles: originality, significance, rigor, and communication. The judging panel was chaired by Greg Penor of Penor and Prasad. This will be Greg's final year as chair of the judging panel, and I would like to thank him on behalf of the RIBA for his immense contribution to these awards over the years. I would also like to thank the rest of the judging panel for the time that they give. Without their enthusiasm and commitment, these awards would simply not happen. The judging panel are Jerry Adler from the Kent School of Architecture, Canny Ash from Ash Secular Architects, Barnabas Calder from the University of Liverpool, Jonathan Hale from the University of Nottingham, Ruth Morrow from Queen's University, Belfast, Doina Petrescu from the University of Sheffield, Adam Shar from the University of Newcastle, Cindy Walters of Walters & Cohen Architects, and Andrew Waugh from Waugh Thistleton Architects. Bob Shield from the Bartlett School of Architecture stepped down from the judging panel this year in order to enter the awards. And we look forward to welcoming Bob back again next year. Thanks, Bob. Ruth Morrow, some good news as well. Ruth Morrow is going to be stepping up next year to become the chair of the panel. And we look forward to seeing the awards continue to go from strength to strength under her leadership. Thank you.
Thank you, Murray. We'll start by awarding the RIBA President's Award for Outstanding Practice-Led Research, which this year goes to a project entitled Z-Life. The judges were impressed by this important portfolio of work, praising it for its scope and ambition. The critical process was excellently communicated via the journey through various pioneering projects around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the 2013 RIBA President's Award for Outstanding Practice-Led Research is Bill Dunster of Z Factory. And the project which wins the RIBA President's Award for Outstanding Master's Thesis is an urban healing agenda for reform in Bahrain, where the dweller falls into the urban gap and the sailing boat hits the skyscraper. An entry from Sheffield University, this highly relevant dissertation courageously tackled the Bahrain Ministry of Culture and the University of Bahrain to investigate the implications of rapid change in the region in a post-oil world. The author's struggle to find people willing to contribute is well documented in a sophisticated piece full of astute observations and recommendations. The winner of this year's RIBA President's Award for an Outstanding Master's Thesis is Faye Al-Khalifa. As Faye could not be with us this evening, Flora Samuel from the University of Sheffield is accepting the award on her behalf. Before presenting the RIBA President's Award for Outstanding PhD Thesis, we have one commendation to award in this category. And this goes to Dr. Yara Sharif of the University of Westminster for the PhD by Design, searching for spaces of possibilities and spaces of imagination within the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. The research winning the RIBA President's Award for Outstanding PhD Thesis is entitled Regionalism, Modernism and Vernacular Tradition in the Architecture of the Algarve, Portugal, 1925-1965. The judges were impressed by the level of rigour in this entry from the Bartlett School of Architecture, with the students searching for every planning application and building control entry over a 40-year period, leading to a total of over 700 reference cases. The narrative of the thesis records the development of the student's ideas and maturation as a researcher, making it an engaging and highly detailed read. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the 2013 RIBA President's Award for Outstanding PhD Thesis is Dr. Ricardo Agares. So we now come to the fourth and final category of the RIBA President's Award for Research, the award for Outstanding University-led Research. Before presenting the award, we have one commendation in this category. And this goes to Wayne Forster of Cardiff University for his work, An Affordable Housing System from Locally Grown Softwoods, Tiunus. The research that wins the RIBA President's Award for Outstanding University-led Research is called Concrete and Culture, a Material History. A technology easily dismissed, but one with still incredible potential, the book resituates concrete construction from an aesthetic and social stance, using sophisticated examples and highly accomplished writing. The judges considered the book both an enjoyable read and a very significant achievement in redressing the balance in accounts of this critical material. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the 2013 RIBA President's Award for Outstanding University-Led Research is Professor Adrian Forty of the Bartlett School of Architecture.